There is a famous quote by the philosopher Blaise Pascal that haunts me. He said, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." Think about that. We start wars because we can't sit still. We destroy relationships because we can't sit still. We invent chaos just to have something to do. We are terrified of the empty room. If I took your phone away right now and locked you in a room with nothing but a chair for 1 hour, what would happen? Would you feel peaceful, or would you start to climb the walls? Welcome back to the Simple Tapes. This is your friend Vinny. It's Sunday here in the Rust Belt. The rain is coming down hard in the valley today. It's drumming on the roof. You can't really hear it thanks for soundproof walls. It's the kind of day where there's nothing, absolutely nothing to do. And for most of us, that is a terrifying prospect. We have spent the last few weeks talking about slowing down, but we haven't talked about the side effect of slowing down. When you stop running, you crash. And when you crash, you have to face the one thing we are all running from: boredom. We treat boredom like it's a failure. If I am bored, it means I am uninteresting. If I am bored, it means I am wasting time. So we fill every second. We listen to podcasts while we do the dishes, hopefully mine. We scroll TikTok while we wait for the microwave to finish. We text while we drive. Please don't do that. We are terrified of the in-between moments. But biologically, boredom isn't a failure. It's a withdrawal symptom. Your brain is addicted to dopamine, the reward chemical. Every notification, every swipe, every headline is a hit. When you take that away, your brain panics. It starts shaking. The anxiety you feel when it's quiet isn't deep philosophical angst. It's just a junkie looking for a fix. To prove how much we hate silence, look at a study done at the University of Virginia a few years ago. They brought people into a room, no phones, no books, no screens, just a chair. They told them, all you have to do is sit here for 15 minutes and just think. But they gave them one option. There was a button on the chair. If you pressed it, you would get a painful electric shock. Not a tickle, a painful jolt. The participants had all said beforehand that they hated being shocked. They said they would pay money not to be shocked. But when they were left alone in that silence, something crazy happened. 67% of the men chose to shock themselves rather than sit quietly. One guy shocked himself 190 times in 15 minutes. He was okay at the end, of course, but still, 190 times in 15 minutes. Man, talk about wanting to escape boredom. Think about that. We would literally rather feel physical pain than feel nothing. We would rather hurt ourselves than face the inside of our own heads. That is how afraid we are of the empty room. I myself am that guy. I haven't shocked myself, of course, but I have done the equivalent. I have picked fights with my friends just to feel some drama. I have scrolled through angry news comments, rage baiting myself just to get my blood pressure up. I have stayed up late worrying about problems that don't exist just because worrying feels like an activity. Back then, I would have rather been stressed than bored, because if I'm stressed, I feel important. I feel busy. But if I'm bored, then I'm just a guy sitting in a chair here in the Rust Belt. And that feels small. So here's my challenge to you this week. Sit in the chair. Take 15 minutes, or even 10 minutes, or even 5 minutes. Whatever the amount of time it is, leave the phone in the other room, turn off the TV, sit on your couch, and stare at the wall. It is going to be uncomfortable. Your brain is going to scream. You are going to reach for a phantom phone in your pocket. You are going to feel the itch. Let it itch. Don't scratch that itch. Write out the withdrawal. Because on the other side of that boredom, that is where your actual brain lives. That is where the good ideas are hiding. You are not a shark. You do not need to keep moving to stay alive. It is okay to stop swimming. And hey, one small thing before you go. I watched the rain hit the window for about 10 minutes this morning. Just watch the drops race each other down on the glass like I used to do when I was a kid. I forgot how entertaining water can be when you aren't trying to film it. Till next week, this is your friend Vinny. Keep it ordinary, keep it simple.